Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tony Vails, welcome, sir.
It is my pleasure.
How you feeling?
Feeling great.
Feeling
excited.
Excited, man. We're happy to have you here as we get ready for the City Alumni Classic taking place Sunday, May 1st, 2022. On that day, you will be representing York College.
For fact.
But I want to go back to your junior college career where you were a standout at the Borough of Manhattan Community College.
Sir.
In fact, Tone, you were the 2009-2010 Player of the Year for the conference. Tell us, how does one become a Player of the Year?
Just outworking everybody. Every night I came to bring it to them every night. I guarantee you, anybody that I competed against, they're going to tell you, Tony's playing defense, Tony's rebounding, Tony's doing everything it takes. Here's the thing, I was leading scoring and field goal percentage. That may have never been done. Mm-hmm. I was just out there bowling.
As somebody that competed against you, I can attest you were bringing it every night. What's your favorite moment from your BMCC career?
I say when we ended the season undefeated. That was great. Finished the whole season. We came up short to my man. I gave you that championship.
Right.
Took that L. Tough one. Will was a mother. I know that, but
appreciate that.
That was it. During the season, just being undefeated.
Why is that? Because, people got you circled on their radar. Like, why was that so special to you?
For me, special people don't know. My freshman year at BMCC, I was removed off the team. I was kicked off because they titled me as a bad apple. So, but then my first 3 games, coach was like, yo, I can't deal with you.
What?
I had little issues probably with my offense, a lot of charges, so things like that. It was kind of, I couldn't control my game until I came back. I came back polished and I was ready. So that's what made it special, the fact that we were 7-0. I went from being removed off the team to now I'm 7-0 now. Now I'm running the conference, I'm Player of the Year. That was big. I had the coaches from that year that I was removed off the team come up to me like, yo, that's amazing. I'm happy for you. We never thought this could happen, but you're doing amazing. I didn't see it for myself, honestly. Then how hard I was working, it all played out.
Hold on. So you got kicked off the team, and then the next time you returned to your sophomore year, it was different coaches.
For a fact.
And the coaches that initially kicked you off came back and said, yo, Mr. Vails.
Came to the game. They actually came to the game. So let's be specific. So at that time, FIT was a powerhouse. Mm-hmm. They chose us to play them every year during their homecoming because they'll beat us in party.
Right.
I come back my sophomore year, the homecoming game is staged. I killed FIT bad. And that's where the party started.
Yeah.
So now they had the party on the night they lost.
Yeah.
So that's when the real drastic change, I seen what we can do. I see how crafty we were, and it just went from there. Win after win.
How were you able to change your game and make those adjustments after you got kicked off? Like, what was that? What type of work did you put in? You said you came back polished and things. Like, what happened? And
it was more so being in control of my game, like relaxing, practicing, case scenario based. Like I knew my weaknesses, but it was about to just be disciplined and focus on my weaknesses. Right. You're learning the Euro, to be specific.
Yeah.
Before I used to charge into you, I learned the Euro, and it was good night.
Yo, you already referenced that we competed against each other. I was at Kingsborough Community College, and you were at BMCC. I'm going to give you my favorite Tony Vails moment. So, Kingsborough visits BMCC, right? Big game. We going into the gym in the city. And Tone goes to the lane. He gets fouled hard, right? Ends up getting like blood in his mouth. His lip was bloody. His teammates rush over to like console him. But you kind of broke free, faced the crowd, and gave him a big old bloody smile, son. And they went crazy, Tone. Like we was like you was a gladiator in the Roman Coliseum, son. And in my mind, as a competitor, I'm like, yo, I like this kid, man. Tone, you always had a flair for the theatrics. Like you understand that this is entertainment too, man. Oh, yeah. Talk about that.
It's like, see, I was in my natural form playing basketball. To compete with somebody and just make them think, like, listen, I got to go against this dude. This dude's a motherfucker he's coming in here for. It made me happy. The fact to make somebody nervous, bump them around, shove them around, and just to chase the field. It was like a pit out there. Yeah. It was fun to me. Didn't mean any harm by it. This is basketball. Yeah. You're scared, you got to go get a dog.
Yeah.
And I was that pit. So
Yo, Tony, it makes me happy that you remember that moment.
To be exact, Jose Arroyo did that too.
He fouled you
Purposely. Purposely. And that's why I did that. Let him know there's no fear, no harm. I'm feeling excellent. Told my teammate move. It was blood. I felt good.
Tone, you turned to the crowd so they could see you and gave them the biggest smile. They went nuts like, Yo, I was sitting there like, yo, son, this kid is nuts, man.
I remember that, boy.
This kid is
rolling
crazy.
Lip and all.
Yo, man, what a competitor, man. Fierce competitor. After our junior college career, I went on to York College. You didn't go to a senior college right away. You kind of sat out a year. What was going on then?
What I was trying to do was graduate to get my associate's degree. Because for me, it was education as well. I knew basketball was good. I used basketball as a pedestal to continue to get my education. So I knew that the whole time. So I said, I'm not going anywhere until I finish here. Then I happened to end up in York, and that's when I seen you, which is crazy too.
Crazy indeed, man. Here we were, fierce competitors. We played at the junior college level, BMCC versus Kingsborough, 4 times that year. Right. We ended up 2-2, man. Played to a draw. So you do end up at York. I'll tell you a story. Our head coach, Ronald St. John, he comes to me one day. He says, Will, I got this guy coming in, Tony Vails. You heard of him? Yo, bro, and I'm like, are you kidding me, son? Like, we just went to battle toe-to-toe. Of course I know who Tony Vails is. And he said, what do you think? I said, yo, Saint, you hit the lottery. Like, straight up. Like, you don't know what you got, son. Like, not just, we not even talking about skill. We talking about a fierce competitor that's going to bring it every day. But, Tone, I'll admit, it was a challenge. Now seeing you as a teammate, being with you in practice, how was that for you? We just came out of fierce competition.
Me, I already knew what type of player you are. The general. You are the floor general. So me coming in, I'm like, I have my experience. Me and him were head to head. I was the general where I'm at. This guy's the general here. So now I'm going to have to meet him where he was. But you were extra mature, so I didn't have that issue, thankfully. Just communicating with you, it wasn't a problem at all. You were more so, you didn't like the fact if other players didn't play hard. And at one point, remember, you had quit the team. You know, something like, you know what? I ain't coming around because the team is on BS. And that's when me and you had our conversation. You came back, and it was on from there. The season went up.
It went up from there. I actually stepped away from my grades, though. I'll never do that.
Your grades?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, we practiced at 9:00 p.m., and I was like, I was failing. You know what I'm saying? I had to tighten up.
I remember you being tight when the practice was long. You started walking around like, yo.
But yeah, we did come back together. We were able to put some things together late. What's your favorite York moment? In fact, do you remember your very first game for York?
Oh, yeah. Played against Willie P.
Gave Willie P a 30-piece.
Off the rip, for a fact.
Let the people know that you here. I'm like, yo, look at this, Mom. Picking up right where he left off. He took a year off from college basketball. And his very first game in a new team, here he is. 30 pieces.
That was a tough game. Boys jump out the gym. I'm not even going to front. From what I understand, Willie P around that time, they were taking a bunch of D1 players because their grades weren't right and putting them right on the roster. So here it is. This is a D3 division. We're playing against a bunch of D1 players.
That's how they do in those Jersey schools, man. What other moments do you remember from York? I remember when you had that 25 points at halftime versus Mega.
To me, that's my highlight. When I dislocated my finger, there's no telling how much I would have ended up with it. I had 25 and a half, and I dislocated my finger. That's when you took over the game. I dislocated my finger. I heard about everything. They killed them, and you got the win, which is crazy.
I think you finished with 30 that game. Like, you had 25 in the first half, and then, like, within 2 minutes, you was rolling, and you dislocated your finger.
For a fact.
And they're like, you start walking out the gym. Where Tone going? He going to the hospital.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, man. Our pit bull is gone. Let me see if I can close it out for him because I ain't want to waste that performance that you had. And it was like the tale of 2 different games. Tone had the first, and I had the second half.
Facts.
And it's funny, when they wrote the story, it said Vails, Holly, finished Mega off, man.
I remember that.
That was a cool
Specifically, definitely. And I'm getting calls while I'm in the house. Will is out here tripping. That's what he do. And the truth is, I was a junior when I returned to when I went to York. I didn't understand the game to the T to get us all the way there. I did need your support. So when you came back, it's like, all right, got somebody that knows the game, wiser than me. You know, I need to lean on this guy, and that's why I felt so confident. Yeah. I needed that, and that's the truth.
That's dope, man. We were only able to play together for 1 year, man. I wish we had more time, son. Because even that first half of the year, it just took us trying to figure it out, man.
Right.
If we had more time, I think we could have been even more dangerous.
In fact, I've seen that already.
Tone, tell me about the first time you heard about the City Alumni Classic.
Oh, I was excited. I've heard it from you, actually. You reached out. And that's when I applauded you. I said, what you're doing is amazing because it's like you're giving everybody a chance to like get that flow back, get that grow back. And I'm in a position now, as we stated, where I no longer hoop too much due to the fact that I work in a school. So I'm giving back. But I got some run in me. So you understand what I'm saying? I'm not an old man. My legs aren't broken. I can still get out there. So to be a part of this, it means everything to me. Like, and I want them to know I'm coming out. I'm coming back. They ain't a damn thing changed me today. I can't make this up.
Man, that makes me happy, man, because you definitely one of the people we had in mind when we started putting this together. I put the trailer out.
Right.
What did you think when you saw your picture in there?
Nah, I loved it. I seen this guy did amazing. They had everybody's credentials up there. So this is what it is. We need this promoted, and let's take over with this, man.
Yo, you are a big part of why we want to put this together. I'm not only a fan of the basketball player that you are, but the man that you are. You know what I'm saying? We went from being fierce competitors to teammates, and it's been about 9 years since I seen you.
Damn sure.
That's great, Tone. That's nuts. We both live here in the city. It's been 9 years. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully this event makes sure not too much time passes with us without seeing one another. You know, not just us, but all the brothers we competed against. In fact, I think the last time I saw you was when you graduated from York College.
Correct. And that was 2014.
That was 2014. How big of a day was that for you, man? You were pretty excited.
Man, let me tell you something. That meant that is the biggest stage I've ever walked across in my life. I'm from Lafayette Gardens / Fort Greene as well. We don't graduate where I'm from. We're not taught that. In fact, to be honest, when I graduated high school, my friends were like, what college you going to? I used to ask them, what college? What is college? Mm-hmm. It's not for a guy like me. In my head, I'm going to go get money. We don't do college. My parents didn't go to college. It just took extra support, an 8th grade teacher to reach out to me and give me the guidance that I need. And don't get me wrong, my parents, they did the best that they can do, but they weren't educated enough to provide me with information to attend college. They never did it. So, you know, it took an outside resource, and that's part of the reason I found my purpose in life right now. I'm going to be that outside resource for everybody.
Mm-hmm. How much did basketball help you get to that graduation day?
Basketball, in fact, is responsible for everything. Mm-hmm. Basketball taught me discipline. Basketball taught me that I can't just do what I want because I had problems with breaking rules and regulations. To be honest, I've been kicked off about a total of 3-4 basketball teams in my life. Wow. And what's taught me is it's not going to be your way. You're just going to lose everything. Mm-hmm. And once I fixed that defiant behavior, and now I'm in a position in my life. I'm now the dean at a charter school now. Mm-hmm. So that works a lot. And now I'm teaching these kids to be accountable and disciplined using the sport.
Graduation day. I had already graduated the year before. Again, I'm older, so I was there in support of people like you and different things. I'll tell you a moment that was special for me. You were so excited that day, as you mentioned, people from your neighborhood don't go to college, don't graduate. You were getting ready to take a picture. It was you, it was our coach, Ronald St. John, and it was your dad.
Yeah.
I stepped to the side. You said, Will, get in the picture. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Tone Vails ain't no sucker. If he ain't want me in that picture, he wouldn't have asked me to jump in that. So by you asking me to be in there, it was special, man, and I appreciate that. And I know it was big for you to share it with your dad, who was unfortunately has passed on since then.
This is a fact. What
was it like sharing not only graduation, but your college career with him? What was he like at the games?
Oh, man, my father wanted me to shoot everything. He didn't see a bad shot. He said, listen, I'm not coming to the game unless you're going to score it. My father he didn't miss not one game. He traveled, the only games, as a matter of fact, to be honest, when we out of state. Those are cars he didn't have a car to get to. But any game we had in Brooklyn, my father was present. And that meant everything. Back, I got my father tattooed on my body. So, and he gave me that engine too. So he gave me that face. Like, he made me think of basketball, and it's a survival thing. You don't allow this man to score on you. If he scored on you, he just killed you. You want him to kill you? Right. He put that will in me, and it was just, he was my secret engine. Yeah. I'm looking at him sometimes. I'm not even looking at the coach. Is that good? Like, yeah, kill him. It's that real.
That's dope, man.
Needed that. Then for him to see me graduate college, I made him very happy. See, I have 2 older brothers, fortunately, convicted felons. And I don't take anything away from them because they taught me things I needed to know.
For sure.
I needed that tough bone coming from Lafayette Gardens. Again, you can't just be, so soft and just walk around there. Things gonna happen. And you better be prepared to that, and that's what they taught me. So for me to finish college and let my dad just notice his work ethic he put in my mom and my dad, that was everything. And I promised them I was gonna finish college.
Dope. Can we look forward to seeing some of that family Sunday, May 1st?
In fact, mommy's coming back out. I mean, again, last time I played it in the tournament probably a year back, 2 years back. So this is something special. I'm definitely gonna bring the family out.
That's what's up. What's up. Now, Tony, you mentioned that you're working as a dean.
Correct.
Now, I gotta admit, Tony, I ain't see that in your future, right? But now that I think more about it, you around the kids, like your experiences, that sound like the place to be. And in fact, you told me recently, you said, well, I think I finally found my purpose. What you mean by that?
Again, as I stated back, see, when I went to college, that was for my 8th grade principal doing that, seeing something special in me. So just me reliving my moment, I was granted this purpose by somebody that wasn't my parent. So now I know, Tony, that happened for you. Now it's your turn. It's your turn to take the knowledge that you know in your experience and you give back to everybody else and make somebody hopefully be in a predicament that I'm in if they lack resources that I have. So it's just that simple. Just believing in God. That's just the message I receive. Like, it's deep. Like,
how do the kids receive you, man? I know they were like, yo, Tone, Mr. Vails is not.
They love me because I'm fair.
You gonna keep it straight?
I'm fair and I'm gonna hold you accountable.
Yes, sir.
I love to give heads up to say I told you I was gonna do this and I have to do it so you know why I mean business. And the more disciplined and the consistent I am with you, I'm gonna control your behavior. It's that simple.
There you go. With this City Alumni Classic, it's teams filled with some of the best players from some of these schools, right? Sort of like an all-star team of sorts. In that scenario, it could be hard to go out there and get yours.
Right.
But, Mr. Vails, this is not your first experience in an all-star environment. After your senior year, you were selected to the Reese's Division III All-Star Game. The best players around the country.
This is correct.
Tone, you was one of those 15, 20 people. And you ain't just show up. What'd you score? 20 points in 20 minutes, man. What was that experience like? Tell me when you got the call that, yo, you're going to be recognized as one of the best players in the country and invited to this D3 All-Star Game.
I'm going to be honest, I was shocked. Because you didn't say Brooklyn, you didn't say the borough, you didn't say the city. You said the country. So these guys are flying in around everywhere, which made me even more discouraged, I'm going to be honest with you. When I started meeting the players, they start telling me their stats. Some of these dudes cleared 2,000 points. Yeah. So now I'm like, damn, some of them got 3-4 championships under their belt. Yeah. So I'm going to be honest, on paperwork, my paperwork was like that paperwork, but I knew I was tougher. I knew I was stronger. I knew that. I was one of the biggest guards out there. So it's like,
Tom, you got 20, like in the All-Star game, 20 points in 20 minutes. Like, what was that like, son?
Now, let me tell you.
Nobody's looking for you. Like, what's that?
Be real. They was doing me dirty at first because my name wasn't high tier.
Yeah.
So we'd go to practices. Before the game, they'll let you practice. They're not even calling me out sometimes. Like, oh, they think I'm a chump.
Yeah.
I just start making noise, doing my thing in the practices. I'm like, all right. So now they see. But still, if you was to go replay the game, I didn't start.
Yeah.
They limit my minutes, but it's like every time I got in there, I got effective. Yeah. I'm going to do what I have to do. Yelling at the rest of the players, come on. I didn't feel every last play out in the first practice. I felt every last play out. They don't even know that. I'm sitting there smiling and playing around, but I'm sizing everybody's game up, especially the guards. Yeah. So I knew my ability and what I was going to fit in, what I was going to do. I knew that the whole time.
That was amazing, man. When I read that, I said, that's my boy, Tony Vails, man. That's my boy. He going to get it in the drop.
Let me get this out here. You know, that was my first time on the plane. I've never taken the plane before. Wow. On everything. It's first time on the plane. That's the type of lifestyle I live. Kid, it's a lot of all this is profit I receive now. This is a blessing from God. So, well.
Wow, that was great right there. And it was in Salem, Virginia.
Correct.
So they put you on a plane.
I'm sitting in the wrong seat. Lady, like, this is not your seat. Like I'm thinking this is a bus. You could just sit anywhere you want. So it was that real. So it was a great experience. And again, brave. I didn't have mommy come out. I didn't have daddy come out. I went out there.
Yeah.
I was me.
You got it done. Tone, you my brother, man. I appreciate you. I look forward to seeing you on Sunday, May 1st.
Always lit.
All right.
We're going up.
Take care, brother.
Blessing, King.